Hello YouTube, Sam here from youtube.com/onlivegamer for the new Boston. And in this tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at the for each loop. Now, if you remember from the previous tutorials, we created an application that printed out all of the elements in an array. Now, we're going to go ahead and open up that same project. So we'll go ahead and find arrays right here and wait for it to open. Okay, so here is our project. We have our button add array, and what it does is it uses a normal for loop to go through and add all of the items to the array, and each one of those items has been set a value, and our array has been declared private and up outside of all the subs so that we can use it in every single sub in here. And we've got a clear list. We've got a sort array which will sort our string classes and then add it using a normal for loop. And then we've got a reverse. So let's go ahead and create a for each loop. Now, using a for each loop, you don't have to know how long your array is or whatever you're using, and it will automatically go through every single item in it. So we'll go ahead and delete this right here, and we're going to type for to say that we're going to do a for loop, but instead of a normal for loop, we're going to do for each. And now what we're going to do is we're going to type item, which is going to be the name. So let's say for num1 equals 1. Item is going to be the equivalent of our num1. Now we're going to specify a data type for this. And now, since string classes holds a bunch of strings, we're going to have to use a string. So for each item as string. So for each one of these strings in here, in string classes, go ahead and do whatever is inside this for each loop. So it's going to go web design, Spanish, chemistry, English, history, and calculus. And item is going to be equal to that for each iteration of the loop. So the first one is equal to web design, the next one is equal to Spanish. Now, if you remember from the previous for loop, we used the index and not the actual string. So now what we can do is we can type list arrays dot items dot add, and we're going to add item. So now if we go ahead and run this, you can see that here's our form with our list arrays, our add array elements, sort array, and reverse array. We'll go ahead and click on that, and you can see that adds each one of those in there. Now we can go ahead and do this for the rest of our subs. So we can go ahead and type for each. We can do a different name. We can name this whatever we want. So we can even do x. For each x as string in string classes, go ahead and do list arrays dot items dot add, and for our arguments we're just going to add x. Now we can do this one more time for this for loop right here. So for each, and let's just do string class as string in string classes, go ahead and do list arrays dot items dot add, and we'll go ahead and add string class. So if we run this, everything should work fine. We shouldn't get any errors. We can add array elements, we can sort the array, we can reverse the array, and we can go ahead and add them again and then reverse that. So go ahead, play around for each loops. You can use it for more than arrays. So once you've got those down and you know how to do them and you can make them and you're not going to forget, go ahead and move on to the next tutorial, and thanks for watching.